This is the 8th time starting a new video or starting a video to try and actually create a YouTube channel. What I'm learning is I need to stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to be perfectionist on what I'm doing. I wanted to start a channel and just journal, talk, and just talk about life. Talk about things that's going on and figuring things out. I can't do that if I don't just talk. And if I just keep deleting the same video over and over and over again, that's gonna get me nowhere. So this is gonna be just starting. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm not gonna do it again. This is what it is. My biggest motivation right now is to just get started. I can't get anywhere if I don't just start. And lately, I just need to start. I'm getting really frustrated with this whole thing. Worried about whether or not I'm going to be perfect at it or not, what to do and everything, and it's stressing me out, man. If you're new here, I'm Skullfire, and I'm struggling with making a YouTube channel. This is a real struggle. I have rewrote a script 4 times. I've re-recorded an intro and video 8 times. I get about 20 minutes in, and then I just want to restart because I don't like the way I'm going about it. I got to stop overthinking. I got to stop worrying about whether or not this is going to be good and if people are going to enjoy it or not. I need to stop. I need to think. I need to slow down and breathe. Everything's going to be okay. I'll figure it out. Okay. On my list of topics, I have 3 that I want to really pinpoint in this video. And first one is I'm stressed. I'm stressed out a lot. I keep overthinking a lot. My biggest stress right now is that I lost my job. I went to work on Monday. Hey, a village. I went to work on Monday, and whenever I got off of work, I got a phone call. They didn't do it in person. They called me. Hey, we're gonna have to decide to let you go. Or actually, well, that's not exactly what was said, but what was said was, hey, this company has decided to let you go. You're still a temp employee, so yeah. I asked them, that's not what I meant to do. Wood. And asked me why this time. Because this is the second time I was fired from this job. And they're like, well, it's because of attendant. Which is really hard to believe because I haven't been late or tardy or anything in at least a month. The last time I was late was because I was in the hospital and I had a doctor's note for it. So why they decided to let me go, I don't know. I'm fairly certain I have the answer I need for that, but they're not going to admit it. They don't want to admit that they had a bad dealer meeting and then that's why they had to let me go. But you know what? That's their decision. They chose to do that. They lost an employee who worked hard and they're going to have to suffer those consequences, you know? But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to have to get up and figure it out. That's what I'm trying to do. Just because I lost my job does not mean I've lost everything. Just because I lost my job does not mean that the world is out to get me and that I'm gonna fail and that everything is just crumbling around me. Even though it feels like that sometimes. I'm trying to learn to breathe and to meditate and to really just slow down my thoughts because I overthink a lot. Just like how I overthought making this YouTube channel and making these videos and worrying about whether or not it's perfect or if people are going to even listen and watch. No, I just got to do it. And that's what I'm going to have to do. Did I ever get any spruce wood saplings? No, I did not. I did not get any spruce wood saplings. That's fun. Okay, let's go get some saplings real quick. And, you know, this whole losing my job has really put a hindrance on one of my biggest goals, and that's to build a house. Or really financial freedom. But in order to do so, my goal was to find a piece of land and put a shed on it and build it into a tiny home. And that would help me start a life, really start life. And instead of just paying rent to someone that is just going to go in their pockets instead of actually putting any kind of financial freedom in mine, I realized, well, if I keep doing that, they're going to get the money. I'm not going to get any kind of reward for paying rent, if that makes sense. I'm just going to sit there and keep paying rent, and it's going to not do me any good. Now, why would I do that? That does not make any sense to me. So my goal is to build a tiny home, turn it into a home, and get some land so that way I can put a second shed on there, so that way I can put a woodworking business in there as well. Another form of income. I don't want to be tied down to any specific job because life doesn't always go that easy. And if something happens, like say you need to go to the doctor, I won't be able to do that if I don't have time available, or if I don't have this or that in order to do that. If I don't have PTO, I didn't have any PTO because I was still a temp employee. They didn't want to hire me on because they were waiting on a dealer meeting, and I waited 6 months to be hired on. 6 months of being a temp employee because they didn't want to hire me on. And so that's on them. They really upset me whenever I got that call. They didn't even have the guts to tell me in my face. They just did it over a phone call. And not even them, it was someone else that called me about it. So how is that fair to me to be told, hey, you're being let go, not even by the company or a good solid reason of why they're letting you go? You know, it's kind of messed up. Kind of really messed up, actually. I don't like the way companies do that nowadays, where they just expect you to be okay, expect you to have a way to get back on your feet without any kind of consequences for their actions. You know? It makes no sense to me, but maybe that's not even the right words that I'm trying to find, but it's the words that are coming to mind right now. So, yeah, it is what it is. And, yeah, I sometimes I just need to slow down and think, because it's not even that they were trying to get after me. They weren't trying to hurt me. They were trying to save their bottom line. Now, do I think that's okay? Not really. I mean, they should really take into consideration people have lives, and how they conduct their own business can really affect how it's done. I didn't do anything wrong. I was trying to do better. And they just were like, well, it was an attendance issue. You were late too many times. You forgot to clock back in from lunch. Which, to me, forgetting to clock back in from lunch is a normal thing to do. You should not be punished for forgetting to clock back in. Even if you're, like, working, you shouldn't be punished for that. They should have an understanding that people forget things sometimes. People are human. They're not machines. But it is what it is. Life happens. Life goes on. And I guess we're just going to figure that out. I really don't have life figured out right now. But, I mean, I think one of the hardest things about life is that nobody has it fully figured out. And everybody is just trying to keep going the best they can. And sometimes their actions affect others, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm tired, I'm stressed, and I'm definitely worried how life is going to turn out, but it's going to be okay. I have no clue what life is going to throw at me. I have no clue how many times life is going to try and beat me down or do anything to me, but I guess we'll figure that out. So, yeah. We'll figure that out. Oh, my pickaxe, or my axe just broke. Oh, my sword. No, my pickaxe. My axe. Axe broke. Okay. Well done. More special over there? Okay, cool. That's pretty much what's been on my mind lately, I guess. Thank you, anyone who's watching this. Thank you so much for spending time with me and listening to me ramble and talk about life and all that. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this, let me know. I'll continue working on making more videos and posting them and actually putting in effort instead of just sitting there doing nothing. So I appreciate you. If you could, leave a like, leave a follow. Tell me if there's anything that you'd like to see changed, if you want me to work on my communication better. Well, that's gonna communicating more. Or if there's anything you want to learn about me or anything, let me know. I'm more than open. I will talk hours on end about my life and what I've been through and things like that. But yeah. And I do want to you know what? Here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna find a spot to stop. And let's go on software right here. Response point set. Pause. All right. I want to say a quick prayer. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. You don't have to continue watching. You don't have to continue. You don't have to follow. You don't have to like. You don't have to do anything. But I have not been really talking to God lately, and I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to start praying more. So I'm gonna start working on doing that. And one of the ways I'm gonna keep myself accountable is by praying in these videos at the end of the day, and I'm gonna start praying. So yeah, dear Lord, thank you for everything. Thank you for the challenges that you've brought upon me. Thank you for these people that have watched this video, and thank you for anyone that's liked and everything. Thank you for giving me a breath in the morning. Thank you for allowing each and every one of us to wake up and be challenged, Lord. Thank you for everything. We may not know what your plan is, we may not know what you have in store, but I hope and pray that things get better. I I want to learn and I want to heal. And I know that these challenges that you're setting upon us, even if they're breaking us all the way down, taking us to rock bottom's basement, I hope that we can see what you're teaching us, Lord. And for that, I am thankful. I'm thankful for everything. Even if I don't see it right away, even if I don't know why I'm even living at this point, Lord, I am thankful to be alive. Thank you for everything, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here and listening and listen to me ramble. I'm not trying to use God as any kind of reason for you to follow. So if that's the reason you're following, please don't. I just need to keep myself accountable, you know? And I wanted to start talking so that way I can hopefully work on myself, work on controlling my emotions and recentering myself. And that's what I'm trying to do. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in the next one.